Hi, this is Curtis Morrison, immigration attorney in Southern California and Washington, D.C. I am making this video to talk to you tonight about the diversity visa lottery program litigation, because there's been a development. The State Department's attorneys, the Department of Justice, has filed their report that Judge Mehta required in his order. It was due at midnight on the East Coast. They filed it like 10 minutes before midnight. And I've shared the report on Telegram and Twitter, and we've emailed it out. But I want to also tell you about it, okay? So here is the big takeaways from the State Department's report on their progress with issuing visas to the named plaintiffs in the DV 2020 as they were ordered to prioritize them, okay? The first big takeaway is there was no list. Judge Mehta was extremely specific in his order. Paragraph 4, page 84 of his September 4th order. He said that he wants to know which of the named DV 2020 plaintiffs in this action have received diversity visas. Okay. There are 341 families that we represent, and Mohammed and Fonjong together combined. There should be a list of the DV plaintiffs that received diversity visas in that number. It's actually 736 plaintiffs total. We should get a list. That's what the judge asked them to do, of which of those plaintiffs received visas, which ones were issued visas. It's a curious omission that they didn't do the one thing that he asked them to do first, okay? I mean, it's the first thing he asked, okay. So, in reaction to that, Morrison Urena on our legal team has already emailed James Wynn and the government attorneys to let them know that we want to meet and confer in the morning about a pending, a motion for contempt of court, because when a party to a legal action does not do what a judge says, they're in contempt of court. And we want to bring that to the judge's attention, that the government is not following the judge's order. Okay, so we will hopefully hear back from the government early in the morning and have a meet and confer where we talk to them, and then we file something with the court. Second takeaway. Our legal team is extremely skeptical of the numbers that are represented in this report. In fact, they're all working right now on an audit. I was working on it too, but we realized it's going to take an hour or two longer, and I wanted to go ahead and make this video. But they say some really incredible things. Like, they say that only 2 people have not had interviews scheduled of all the 400 plus DV families in the consolidated cases. That is not true. Okay, and I think one of the ways that they're getting around this is if someone had an interview in December through March and then they were refused for 221G because they didn't have a medical report or they were missing one document or something like that, well, they need another interview, right? Well, the government's saying they've already been interviewed. They're including this entire category that we think is probably dozens of visa applicants and acting like they're already set when they're not. Okay, so that's a big problem. So we're very skeptical of the government's numbers. We're doing an audit, and if the government lied in their numbers, we will bring that to the court's attention. Related, if you are a Fonjong or a Mohammed plaintiff and you have not been scheduled for an interview, email me and let me know. Put your name and your case number in your subject line and say, I have not been scheduled for an interview. Because they say that there are only 2 of you, and they say that those 2 didn't complete the DS-260. I don't think that's accurate. Anyway, so those are the big takeaways. Just let you know we are fighting back. And then also the next thing that happens in this case besides that, on September 25th, the parties, meaning the government and the plaintiff's attorneys, need to file with the court a joint status report so the court can move forward after that, okay? So I would not expect a decision from Judge Mehta before that joint status report. So a decision from him on whether or not he's going to extend the 2020 DV deadline from September 30th into someplace in the future, that decision will not come until after September 25th, between September 25th and December 30th. And also, we won't know who he will extend it for, whether or not it will be just the named plaintiffs in the Mohammed and Fonjong cases, or all the consolidated cases, Aker and Gomez, and include Kennedy, or all DV. Of course, since we represent the plaintiffs in Kennedy, we hope that it's all the named plaintiffs in the current litigation. We won't know until after the 25th, okay? So that's an update on where things are now that the government has turned in their report. If you have any questions, let us know. But if they're not pressing, we are very busy right now, okay? So thank you for your patience. Remember to drink water and breathe. Thank you.